everybody, and welcome to my channel, Everyday with Jackie. If you're new visiting with me today, I hope you'll stay. You can go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to tap that notification bell so you'll be aware each and every time that I upload a video. And if you're returning, it's good to see you guys as always. Today's video is all about my monthly favorites for the month of April. So if you're interested in seeing what those products are, you'll have to keep watching. Okay, so I do have some products that I do want to make mention of. Not a lot because I had, my Shop My Stash kind of fell apart. Not for April, but in March. So I did have a period of time where I was able to try out some of these products, but not a long, I didn't have a long window. I did have just a little period of time, maybe 1 or 2 weeks that I got to try out these products and form an opinion about them. So based on that length of time, these are the products that are in my favorites. And I haven't even used them on camera yet because after I filmed the video of where I hauled the products, then I think I went ahead and created my Shop My Stash for the month of April. So I haven't been playing with them lately. So don't be surprised if you get ready to see them in my upcoming Shop My Stash. So with all that talking, let's go ahead and get into it. Also, I wanted to make mention, if you do like the eye look that I have today, let me know if you want me to do a video on it. I'm still using my stuff from my Shop My Stash for April because I haven't done my new beauty basket yet. But just to let you know what I have on my eyes, because I do like the look myself. So I went in with using my Natasha Denona Sunset Palette. You guys know I've been loving it. So I did go in above my crease with the shade Terra, which is this shade right here. And then for the lid, because I was keeping it real light, I went in with the shade Horizon, which is this shade right here. And I put that all on the lid. And then I popped in the center the shade Obeyed, which is this shimmer right here. But that wasn't really giving me what I wanted. So then I took my mini Sunset palette and went on top of that shade with this one right here. And that really gave me just the look I was looking for. And then I went into this shade right here underneath my brow bone. And in my inner corner, I used this shade right here. So if you guys would like to see me recreate this look, you'll have to let me know down below. So now that that's out the way, let's go ahead and get into these favorites. Oh, not yet. Also, for the lipstick color, I used one of the products from my beauty box, Allure beauty box. I was like, what beauty box do I have? And this is a lipstick that we received. It's by Appeal. And this is what it looks like. And it was a little too pinky. I did line it with one of my Morphe liners. And I did go in on top with a gloss, the e.l.f. gloss that collaborated with Alyssa Ashley. So I just put a gloss on top, and then I thought it came out perfectly for the eye look. So that's what I'm wearing today. The lipstick, does it have a shade name? Yes, the lipstick is called Muse, M-U-S-E. And again, that's by Appeal Beauty. Okay, so now I am ready to jump into the video. So remember when I hauled all these products because I said that I was going to bring you a spring look. Haven't quite done that yet. I was supposed to be using this beautiful palette. And this is by Color Story. It's called the Bright Blossom palette. Oh, I just can't get over how beautiful it is. And it comes with a pretty mirror. And the shades are just gorgeous. Okay, so I have pulled this palette out because I know what I said. So I pulled it out because I'm gonna have to start creating a look. I'm just thrown because I don't know which colors I want to use and if they will go well together. So I may have to do a test look, you know, something like I did today. And then if you want to see me recreate it, I know a lot of people want to see people's first impressions. They want to see it when you just open it up out of the box. Well, I'm telling you now, I may have to play with it before time because I'm just not sure. I think what I have my mind set on is that if I go in quads, I think that creates a look that I can kind of wrap my mind around. So I'm thinking that may be the route that I take because I don't really delve very much in colors like these. But I thought this palette was so beautiful. So I may try to play around with that. You have to let me know below if you prefer the first impression just when I pop the seal, not touching it until I do it on camera. You'll have to let me know if that bothers you or if you're okay with me doing that. Because like I said, I may have to play because I hate to get on camera and totally mess up the look and be looking crazy. So let me know if you still want to see this. And let me know if I decide to play around with it first, if you have a problem with that, or let me know if you just don't care, you just want to see a look. So as I was saying, I brought this and I wanted to do an all drugstore look. So I hauled some drugstore things. Not all drugstore, but I did haul some things from the drugstore. And the first thing I want to talk about is I picked up this Fit Me powder. And actually, this is the powder that I have on my face today. I wanted a powder that was kind of neutral, that wouldn't alter the look of my foundation. And so I had this powder in a darker tone that did change my foundation. It's really dark. You can probably just use that as a foundation powder, actually. And so I picked up this lighter version. And let me see what shade this says. This just says medium deep, 30 medium deep. And so like I said, this is the powder that I set my face with today. Now I do like how everything turned out. I do like this powder. I like that I could use it with no foundation. But what I discovered when I used it today, which is the first time I've ever tried it this way, I went in with my wet sponge. And, you know, I kind of stamped it on my face and I noticed that it wasn't going on. It was going on when I used it in that manner, like kind of splotchy. And when I went to take my powder brush and, you know, blend it out, I had a little bit harder time. So I was like, oh, I hope I got it blended in well enough because, you know, I had to really buff to get this blended out onto the skin after going in with the wet sponge. So the only reason I did that is because I knew I wasn't going to use foundation. So I wanted it to, you know, really coat or go on, you know, to make it, to even out my skin tone. That's why I went in with the sponge. So I went in kind of heavy with it like that. So I probably won't do that again. I'll probably just stick to using it with a brush and putting it on my face as opposed to using a wet sponge and going in with it that way because it really didn't blend. It was a little bit more difficult to blend out. But as far as the shade and the performance of the powder, I really like it. So for those couple of weeks that I did get an opportunity to play with it, I loved it. So again, this is the Fit Me powder by Maybelline. It's just a loose finishing powder. And this is in the medium dark shade. It's called 30 Medium Dark by Maybelline. My next thing that I want to talk about, and I made mention of this in a couple of videos, I think, is the Alamar Cosmetics. This isn't drugstore either. But this is that I got, it's the blush trio that I picked up from Alamar Cosmetics. And this is in the shade Dark Rich. And this is what it looks like. I've been wanting this for such a long time. So I finally picked this up. And this is the shade that I have on my cheeks today. If you have not picked this up and you've been contemplating getting this this is a great buy. These blushes are so pigmented and they look just so good on the skin. I have played with each of these blushes in here and all of them deliver and they have great color payoff. So I hemmed and hawed about getting this, but I am so glad that I finally picked it up because I love this. And again, I use this kind of orangey coral blush today. And I can go ahead and swatch. I think I did this in my initial video, but just in case you have not seen it. So this is the kind of orangey color that I have on today. And like I said, I've used all of these, just going from this color all the way over. These are the swatches. So this is something I definitely do recommend. This is a gorgeous blush. And it does also come with a mirror. Now this, I wasn't thinking that I was going to, I knew I was going to record the video, but I wasn't thinking that I was going to put the products on my face so you can see them. But I did pick up this Instant Age Rewind Eraser Concealer. It's a multi-use concealer and it's by Maybelline. And I've also made mention, I don't have this on today. I wish I had, but I wasn't thinking. But this is in the shade 146 Tan. And I mentioned in another video that I love this concealer. I used to see this concealer all over YouTube and still a lot of people still use it, but I never picked it up. When I finally picked it up, because this was going to be my drugstore concealer to go with the palette, I love this concealer. It looks so good on my under eyes. And when I go in with the powder on top, it just holds. It mattifies it, doesn't let it crease. I didn't notice anything. Of course, I have fine lines. I can't do anything about that. But this concealer, in my opinion, looked fabulous on my under eyes. And from the very first time that I used it, and I've tried it a few times after that, I am in love with this. So this would be something that I definitely would pick up again. This is probably going to be showing up in my Shop My Stash because I can't wait to get back into this concealer. Next, I have a product by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the powder bronzer in the shade Mahogany. Now, I think I've only played with this twice because I just wanted to make sure that this was going to show up good on my skin. So I played in this twice, and I think, if I'm just honest, that my next Shop My Stash is going to be full of not older products. It's probably going to be full with a lot of these newer products that I have been enjoying. So I did dive in this a couple of times, and it does show up very well, and I like it. I really like it. It bronzes my skin nicely. When I used to see it on camera, this is what it looks like on my finger. When I would see it on camera, I was always a little skeptical about it. I wasn't sure how it would show up. And you can kind of see it right here. But it shows up really nicely on the skin. So I'm glad that I was able to pick this up. And like I said, you'll probably be seeing it in my Shop My Stash. And my last product, I believe it's my last one. Yeah. My last product is also by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this is the Blush Trio in Berry Adore. And I got a chance to dive into, I think I tried only 2 of these from what I can tell by the way it looks. I've used this shade and this shade. I know I won't have a problem with this one, but this does come with the mirror as well. And these are very pigmented blushes too. And I'll just go ahead and swatch them. Oh, that rose color is so pretty. Spring is coming up, and this blush palette will be perfect. Again, this is by ABH. This is another one that I had stalked and stalked for years before actually picking it up. And I am so glad that I have it in my collection because I do like this a lot. That's why I was kind of hesitant when Julia was telling me to pick up that one by Charlotte Tilbury, which is in my shopping cart right now, Julia. I was kind of hesitant to pick it up because I knew I had bought all these blushes. And I was, plus, you know, I had that one that I picked up by Black Radiance in the shade Brick, which is beautiful. I had picked up all these blushes and I was like, do I dare add one more blush? But it's in my cart. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, Julia, but it is in my shopping cart. So this video that we're talking about today is rather short and sweet because, like I said, I didn't have a chance to play with many other products because I was doing my Shop My Stash, and most of those products were existing products from long ago. I do still have my beauty basket right here before I put some new products in there. Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to take a look inside to see if anything stood out that I do want to make mention. But most of these are just older products that you guys have seen me use over and over. Yeah, most of these are just the regulars, except for, I don't know if I mentioned, I did not really play with the matte version of this product by Black Radiance. It's the Black Radiance Matte Setting Spray. It mattifies and sets. I didn't play with the matte version, but I did play with the hydrating version. And this is like, I think $9. And this I do like. Let me just go ahead and make mention of this. I don't know if I mentioned it in another video before or not, but I definitely do like this setting spray. You get 2.02 fluid ounces in here. And so this is what it looks like, but this is a great hydrating spray. I really haven't had to go in with matte setting sprays much because either I haven't been out, because it's been hot for a few days, so either I haven't just been out in that type of weather or I haven't had makeup on. So I'm still using this hydrating one. I didn't spray it on my face today. I didn't put any setting spray on because we are still quarantined and not going anywhere, even though I did have a Zoom meeting today for school. You were talking about how registration is going to be done this year. So I didn't make up my face. I didn't do anything. I just put some lip balm on. And so after that meeting was over, I was like, well, I want to record. So that's when I went in, put on this face. So I did this just for you guys. So I think that's all of the beauty products that were my favorites for the month. So if you do like these types of videos, please give the video a thumbs up. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, girl, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and subscribe and ring the notification bell so you'll know every time that I upload a video. And don't forget to share the channel. Go ahead and share it because you know I don't mind. Also, let me know if you had any monthly favorites. You can share them down below because I'd be interested in knowing maybe something I might want to pick up, or if you have any recommendations on some products that I need to pick up, go ahead and leave that below as well. And lastly, I just want you all to know that you are welcomed and wanted here on my channel. Continue to stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.